Okay, well, I am back, getting ready to lay some decals on my gifts for my customers. This coffee mug, water, whatever they want to drink. I already have my decals pre-printed, and what do you call that? I can't remember the terminology, but I've taken out the little spaces that don't need to be there when I place it on the cup. This size right here fits perfectly for a water bottle like this. So you would put it like so, and it would be, it would go on there. You can't see it, of course. Weeding, that's what it's called. You weed. See that there? You would weed the decals. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I've already done some. Erin, we've already done some before. Give me a couple of those different ones. White one. Give me the ones that are empty. Give me a white one. And the other clear one. So we've already done some a few days ago, and so I'm redoing this video because my little office space here it just was not working. So I had to rearrange some things. So see, as you can see, we've done a few already. This one says get snatched. Of course, drink to shrink, because that's the movement that we're on. We're drinking and shrinking. Same thing, with that one. The cursive one, which I really do like that cursive writing. And then, of course, the coffee mug, or whatever they want to use it for. Okay, son, you can put it back. I still haven't gotten the clear one.
Which clear one?
I tried a couple of the gold ones. So, a couple of the gold decal. So this one says blessing. You might not can see it that well. Let me see if I can make it a little darker or something. No, that does not help. So, I don't know. Maybe this will help it. Is that on the right side? Yeah. So, if you can see that, it says blessings. But it's in gold. So, I found that it was really pretty on this clear bottle. So, I went and purchased some more. And then you have this one here, which is really hard to see because, of course, they are clear. But this has a scripture. So, these are more of the inspirational water bottles that I want to do. I think the size, to me, is a perfect size. But this one is Philippians 4:13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So it's just a little encouragement so that when my customers, begin their weight loss journey with me, with the Drink to Shrink movement, that they're able to look at this cup and be reminded that they can do it. They don't, they'll be able to accomplish their goals. Son, I need you to stay over here, please. So he's going to put those back. And so again, we're going to be tackling these. Is that done? Let's turn it off. I'm also in the middle of cooking a late dinner. So we have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 large decals. I only have 1 of these left, and I'll probably go pick up some more later, tomorrow maybe, I don't know. Then I have several. I found that I could put at least 14 depending on the size. This is the get snatched. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the get snatched ones, like I said, it would fit this bottle here perfectly, or the other bottle that I had that I don't have any more to put. So, and then I have these here, which I haven't finished weeding because I was tired the other day, and my eyes just could not take anymore. So I'm going to finish weeding this right fast. And I just need to find so you already know what to do, you guys. Well, let me weed have to cut these. So, and what I'm going to use is, I finally found the perfect transfer tape from Amazon. I can't remember the company that I purchased it from, but I was using the Silhouette one, which was a waste of money because it did not stick. I couldn't operate, I couldn't work it or whatever, and it just was frustrating, and I wasted $25 because I bought two. But this one worked perfectly. It works perfectly. Why is it when you come on YouTube you say a lot? Because I don't talk like that. But anyway, so I just lift that up, cut it perfectly, or try to cut it as close to the sizing of my decal. So we're going to be using that. Have my weeding tool. I call it a hook because it looks like a hook. I have my decal. This is the cursive Drink to Shrink. And the lighting in here is not good at all, so I'm going to get one of my children to hold this light up for me. So my daughter, Deschanel, say hi. Hi. They can't see you. Okay. So she's going to hold that light up for me because it's not set up for me to have something holding it. So she's going to do that for Mama. And that way I can see. Okay? Because you have to make sure that you're weeding and taking everything off, because if you don't, then what you should not have on the lettering, you're going to have it on your bottle. And that's not going to be cool. So, I'm just going to, you know what? I'm just going to cut what I've already done, I think. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, and I'm just making sure 4. No, let's go ahead, because I want to get these done, because I have more of those bottles that I want to put that on anyway. So it's this cursive writing, you have to be careful with it because it's very tricky. Because for like the K, the inside of the cursive R, you have a spacing that you have to take out, but those are so small that sometimes it's really hard to weed out. And if you thought you'd taken it out and then you look back and it's not on there. So I did sell a sheet to a coworker. I mean a business partner, not a coworker, so I don't have any coworkers. A business partner. And I'm praying that I weeded everything correctly with her. And I didn't think about it until after the fact. So I'm really hoping that I did. But I have a solution for that. And that's just to call her. To have her to check it for me. And let me know if I did. And if I didn't, then it's not going to be a problem because she can take it off. Although I did attach the transfer tape onto it, the sheet that I gave her. She purchased 10 of them from me, and so I mailed those out earlier this week. So she should be getting them Saturday, is what it said. So I'm gonna contact her when I think she's received it, and just ask her if I've done so. And I told her she would need a squeegee. So that's another supply that you would need. I got these also from Amazon. One pack was 4, the other one was 2. So I have about 6 altogether. And that was because I was going to need a lot of them because my children, they actually work for the family. So this is one of their jobs that I've added to, or a job that I've added to their, to what they do. So whatever I need them to do concerning the business, that's what they're going to do. Because they want to get paid. So they have to learn that everything is not free. We're already providing shelter, clothing, electricity, and all that kind of good stuff. Their natural basic needs. They can eat and everything. I've kind of lifted up the restrictions on what they eat, when they eat, how they eat, and how much of it. But I think I'm gonna have to put it back because they keep tearing up this cereal, and I'm tired of going to the store and buying cereal, which I don't. Their dad does. So I think I've gotten pretty much all of it. No, I did not. So I'm just going to do this. So you can always skip this part if you don't want to endure me taking this out. And I just lifted up a piece of the lettering that I didn't want to lift up, but I have to because the thing is stuck behind it. And trying not to mess it up. Get off of there. And that's the thing I said, you have to be careful with these decals because they are sticky. They have a sticky backing. And it could tear. They could easily tear off. And I haven't been doing this that long, but I've been wanting to. I watched several other videos on how to do them, but I don't remember if I ever learned fully what it took to do it. So my business now, this extra business, I have four other businesses: credit restoration, custom T-shirts, pre-printed T-shirts, custom logo design, all your stationery needs, websites, all that kind of stuff. All that good stuff. You have to have multiple streams of income these days, as you can see with the pandemic. So had I not been blessed with these opportunities and the Lord putting business in my hands, as I was told back in the day, about I think year 1999, that I had business in my hands. And so that stirred me to start, doing what I like to do. I've slowed down a lot because I've had a lot of disappointments. See, I was about to miss this big old D. See? Yep, I was about to miss it. That's why you have to pay attention to what you're doing. I made this one. This was maybe a month ago. I was just trying out different decal. And I found out that the numbers on the back of the decal, they mean different things. Because I was purchasing the 631. I did a few of the jars that had the 631, and that's a temporary one. I didn't like that. Because when they wash it, they say it's going to come off. So that's another thing you have to be careful with. And I don't think I knew that. Well, I didn't know that because I don't think I saw that on anybody's video. Gosh, I missed all of these. My goodness. See, this is why I went to bed, because I was tired. So I missed all these D's that I did previously. Wow. Tired? You okay? I'm almost done. So thank you for enduring. But this is what if you want to do this and add it to your t-shirt business or whatever, this is another income grabber. You just have to be patient, pay attention. I have a silhouette. I've been having that for almost 2 years now. Like I said, I've been doing my research. I've learned how to screen print, even though I have not screen printed anything for anybody because I don't have my compressor that I want. But I know that they say you can cure your t-shirts with a flash dryer, but I'm not trusting that right now, even though I have one. Purchased it on eBay for about $180, I think it was. And so I'm almost done. I just gotta give you a little bit more light right here. There we go. Thank you. Okay. I mean, it's literally hard to see this in this lighting, and then it's white, so that makes it extra hard to see. The cut is perfect, but it's just, you have to have good lighting. So I can't wait till we get in our house because I'll have more room. I'll have extra special lighting. I'm going to get me some spotlights if I need. I'm going want to have a big open space. Okay, so I think it looks good. Just gotta make sure that I have all of my ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I like to count the spaces to make sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That lets me know that I've taken all of the ones that need to come out, the holes or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See? Big old D. And be careful pulling it up when you're weeding, because again, this decal is sticky. So the parts that you don't want on here that you're supposed to weed out, if it gets stuck to a letter, it may pull up. So you have to be careful with pulling up. Be careful with pulling it up, because you can also pull up something that you don't need to pull up. But it's all fixable. It's all fixable. Unless it tears, then it's not fixable. Alrighty. Let's count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't look like it's needed though. Yeah, so all of these are silhouette tools. I have some other things in there, but I don't use them because I don't really know what they're for. Yeah, see, I missed one. That's why it's good to count and to have good lighting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I have weeded everything, and the next thing I'm going to do, so my daughter can put the light down, is I'm going to cut these out. I have 2 cutters, but because I have these positions differently, I have some going straight down and then others going this way, because that's how I have to fit it on there, because these are a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to cut them. And that's another reason why you have to have good lighting, because you do not want to cut the letters, because I've done that before. Not being able to see as perfectly. And see, I almost did it, even though I got a light, but I wasn't paying attention because I was talking. So what I'm going to do to make it easier and quicker is I'm just going to cut down this middle side. And I'm making sure my son should be over here learning. So I don't know where he went. You should be learning what I'm doing, because y'all going to have to do this too one day. Excuse me? I'm just having a moment. So all I did was just cut down the middle of that. And like I said, I have 4 going on the sides stacked up against each other. Because that's how I could, because it's a little bit bigger. And I have separated the files, so if anyone wants to purchase these sheets from me, you may do so. I can get about, depending on the size, I can get 14 on a 12 by 15 sheet of vinyl. That costs you $20, and that includes the shipping. See, easy breezy for those who want to do this but don't have the silhouette or cry cut, which I do want a cry cut too. I didn't want it at first because I felt like, well, they've upgraded too, so I want the one that has the ink and all of that, infused ink, and they said you can use it with the silhouette, but I don't think so. Alright, so I'm done with that. So now my daughter is going to, before she does that, let me show y'all the gold. Alright, so here's my gold. You can't see anything on there, I know. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, because I think I'm going to do a couple of more bottles. And again, I only tested out one of the, what do you call that? The big gold blessing. I need to do more. And I'm not going to sit here and weed this because it's going to take too long. I'm just going to cut it so that when I am ready to weed, I can weed and be done. The other scripture I chose was, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in good health, even as thy soul prospereth. And that's 3 John 1 and 2. And that's my motto for my drink to shrink business. It's called Be in Good Health. Because we have to be in good health, you know. We have children. We have ourselves, you know. We got to take care of ourselves so we can take care of our children if we have them. All right. So we are ready. Ooh, ow. Okay, so what are we going to do? Each of us is going to get one bottle. And I'm going to... and we're going to... I'm going to read this one because I didn't do it. Okay, this is for the 2 coffee mugs. This is not going to take as long as the other one because they are like, what do you call it? Kind of like block print. So it's not as, you know, intense as the cursive. And then it's only 3 that I need to weed out. Alright. So how are you surviving the pandemic? Is everybody okay? If people wear their mask, this thing could be over. Because you don't believe it's true. You think it's all made up. Why do people think that? That everything is made up. People are dying. And you think it's a game. And it's not. Oh, well, the Black Lives Matter and the funeral they had, that's not the cause. It's because people are not following the orders as well as far as being in crowds. As soon as they lifted a little bit, y'all were going to the beach. Y'all were going to the restaurants. Y'all were going, you know, people were going to do everything. And this was way before what happened to... Get off of there, please. What happened to George Floyd. This was way before then. So you can't blame the protests or anything like that on that. It's disobedience. And you're infecting people because you're nasty. People are nasty. I'm not saying you nasty, but people are nasty. I've been trying to protect myself forever. I don't touch a cart without wiping it down. I've done that before the pandemic hit. I see people around me. My children can attest to this. When they sneeze around me, if I got sprayed, you're gonna get sprayed. Something. Well, I'm gonna call you out. Okay, so I'm done with this light. Thank you, Mama. So we're gonna do a few of these right fast just for the video, and then we're gonna go eat, and then we're gonna do the rest of them tomorrow. So I'm going to give this one to my daughter. She's gonna place the larger one on here, I think. Make sure it's not too big. And the other thing you have to do, I saw this lady, she made a like a mug holder, and it's like a little gadget with what do you call that? PCP pipe, whatever you call that kind of PVC pipe. And I'm going to make it. I just didn't feel like watching it that night. And I'm going to go and shop at Lowe's and get those supplies and make me one because it was really cool. It was kind of like a folding like this. And you just place your mug or whatever you're putting the decal on, and it situates it in there and cushions it so it doesn't move. So what we have to do is kind of like make sure that we're straight, and once you also put it on here, you have to make sure that you're straight. Okay, so she's gonna do that one. I'm gonna give her that bottle, and I'm going to cut her tape, and then my son is going to do. Do we have any pink ones done? Yeah. Give me that. I need the empty ones. I'm going to do a pink one like this. And he's going to do this cup so that you can see the difference between the so that you can see the differences in the sizing. And I'm going to use a cursive one for this bottle. I want to do a get snatched one because I haven't done any for that one. And I think they're basically the same. The same size. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do a get snatched one for this one because I don't have enough of those yet. And she's going to take that one. He's going to take this one. I'm going to put this one back. Okay, and so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, give me that. I'm going to place the transfer tape on these. And then they're going to take their squeegees. And I have my squeegee. This is why you need multiple, especially if you have a large family, and they can help you. You don't have to do this by yourself. Who does that? You know, all these people, put them to work. They want money. Mama, I want this. Mama, I want that. Daddy, I want this. You gonna work for it. Because this is the extra. The extra. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I probably don't have enough, but I'm trying to be, what do you call it? Responsible with my supplies because okay, so let me see if he remembers how to put this on. Or maybe I should just do it.
No, I just forgot about it.
Do you remember how to put it on? Okay, so he said he says he remembers. So we'll see if he remembers. Okay, so what he's doing, let me see if I can show you guys. Because I'm telling you, this stuff right here, this transfer tape, once it sticks, it sticks. There's no pulling it off. There's no adjusting. So you have to get it on perfectly. And so you have to bend it, fold it over, like what he's doing. I don't know if I can see that or not, but you have to fold it over. Oh, and we got a hair. Okay, well, oh, that's on the outside, thank God. Okay, so now he's done that. He's, and you're going to take your squeegee. Yes. Because you're taking your squeegee and you're pressing firmly onto, and I hope you all can see this. I can't tell if you can or not. See if I can tilt it more. There we go. So you have to press it firmly onto the decal so that it can lift up. And you're going to turn it around and do it. Nope. There you go. Make sure that you're doing it the opposite way. I'd like to keep doing it just to make sure that I've done it. And then you turn it to your back. You flip it over. And you do the part where that's going to come off. It has the film in the back that's going to come off. Okay, so now we're gonna lift it up. So if he's done it correctly, you're gonna lay it flat. Nope. If he's done it correctly, which you always peel from the back, you're gonna take the film off. If he's done it correctly, that means the letters are gonna stay on the transfer tape. And you want to go a little bit slowly on in this process because again, you don't want to run the risk of ripping the letters, and you don't want to run the risk of the letters sticking on the backing without sticking on the transfer tape, because if it does that, that means you have to press it down again. So you want to go slow. Hope y'all can see that. The other thing that I forgot to do, which we're going to go ahead. What you doing? The other thing that I forgot to do was to weed the complete thing.
It's missing over there.
Huh?
The rest of the H isn't come off.
Okay, so he said the rest of the H did not come off. So they should know you're going to go ahead. The other thing I forgot to do, and see, this is a perfect lesson. Take the rest of what you don't need off. So that's, he's doing what you should not do because I forgot. So, okay. So the excess is what I'm saying. The excess of the decal, take that off. It makes life a whole lot easier. So all I'm doing, can you see me? All I'm doing is just taking the excess off so that all you have between the transfer tape and the backing is the actual word. That makes it easier. So we're going to make sure that he's extra careful pulling this up because I did not take off the excess. I'm glad I saw that, but it's a good lesson too of what not to do. But if you do that by accident, it's okay. You just have to make sure, and I'm going to go ahead and do it.
The H is not coming out.
I'm going to go ahead and do it. Because this is sometimes this is what happens. I'm going to give it another press. And you really have to put your muscle in it. You really do. So hopefully this will come off with one hitch. Okay. So I'm just going to flip it. And see right here? See how the backing is coming off? But the excess is still there? Don't worry about that. All you have to do is take your fingernail. I don't have any because I'm biting them again. Every now and again. I don't know why. So all you have to do is just hold it down. Zoom in closer. So hopefully we have success on this one. Because I've done this before. Where I forgot to take the backing off. And something looks funny. There we go. I need you to zoom in. So move closer. So they can see. Okay, see how that's coming off now? Because I've literally taken my fingernail, the little that I do have, and put it between that and that. What is this? Okay, so as we can see, the R is not moving. So the other thing that I do, I take my fingernail and I put that back down in place. Okay? And see, a piece of the H is not coming off, but it's only the middle part of it. It's not the actual H. It's just the part that needs to come off. So I'm going to see if I can manipulate that. There we go. Got it. Let's see right here, the 2 is not trying to come off. So again, you bend back. You bend it back. Because I don't want to go back over this. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is this thing right here. I just had that idea. So I'm just going to cut what I've already moved off. That makes it a whole lot easier. And I'm just going to smooth it out again. I hope you can see that with the movement. Alright. So let's go back again. I'm going to go back the other way. And again, that's that problem again. You see it? So I'm just going to take that and hold it down. That's why I say you need to pull it up very slowly so you'll know what's happening. And my D is not sticking at all. What is wrong with you today? You're not performing well. Okay, so I just took my finger and it still doesn't want to stick. But I just took my finger and took it off of there and made it stick. Get off my finger. So I'm going to now just manipulate that R right there, the space that's in there that needs to come off. And also with the end. So it's not impossible but it sure as heck is there. It's easier when it comes off the correct way. So there's my 2, and I did not weed the 2, but no, I wasn't supposed to weed the 2. The 2 was supposed to come off by itself because that's the part that comes off by itself. There we are. There we are. See, it's not impossible, but it makes it easier when you do it correctly. And that part is supposed to come off anyway, but that's because I didn't take off the excess. And see, that's how you alleviate that problem. All right, we did it. I did it. Okay, come on, son. I did it. Yes. So, I'm going to put that back right there. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, this excess here, because I don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that, so take it off so that you don't have to deal with that. And I just messed that up. That's why I say with the cursive, you have to be really careful because it's so sensitive that you can literally take a letter off and you have to fight to put it back on. So I think I've lost this one. Yeah, I've lost this one. Another mistake that you just learned. Okay? So, not to worry. That's why I have extras. Son, go ahead and put it on the cup. So I'm going to try it again with this Get Snatched one. And I'm going to do it with a different angle. And before I do that, though, I'm going to let my daughter go ahead and do hers. So we got. Okay. So I'm going to need her to. Is that the side that's supposed to go on? Don't press that. Is that the side that's supposed to go on? Go look at another cup. My goodness. Yeah. So make sure it's centered. Make sure that your letters are centered, everyone. Okay, let's see here. That's not large enough. I hope I ain't cut this off crazy. And you have to make sure that your tape fits over your whole thing. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the excess tape off. Now, I'm told that you can use your tape again, but I've done it and I just prefer to just cut it. You only get 2 uses. Two uses, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and weed this excess off of here. And I'm going to go from a different angle because I don't want to mess up another end. Because that end is very thin. And so, with that Get Snatched one. And if you get stuck, if you have this weeding tool, I'll use your fingernail if you don't. And you have to make sure that he's so far from the camera, but we'll get you on the next one. He's supposed to show you what he's doing. But we'll get the next one. And there it is. Perfect. So there's my Get Snatched. I've taken it off perfectly. Now I'm going to put my tape on there because this one isn't as large as the other one. And just cut off the excess transfer tape. It would be nice if they sold these in sections. The transfer tape. It would be really nice. And all you'd have to do is just peel it off of something and it, just press it down. Alright. So I'm pressing, as you can hear. You have to lay it flat. And the reason you're pressing is because you want to, again, make sure that it's on the, that it attaches itself to the transfer tape. And you're wanting to make sure that, the transfer tape has no bubbles. You want to get rid of the bubbles. And so I pressed too hard on that one. So never go down on it. That didn't even sound right. Right. Just make sure. Huh? From the back they should know. And see, I always like to go over it again with my hand, just in case. On my finger, I should say. Because we're not supposed to see bubbles. Because that could make it, you know, not stick. Like, oh. Okay, so as you can see, the tape is still on there. So all I'm doing is just making sure that there are no bubbles. So I'm holding it firmly to make sure that the letters stay on. Because that's the whole, that's the end result, is that you want them to stay on. So now I'm going to pull off the tape. What? They need to see. So now I'm pulling off the tape. He wanted to show it, but I'm closer, so. And there you have it, folks. Our first sticker of the night. Whew. Okay, so we're going to do the last two, and then I'm going to let you all go. My daughter is trying to take hers off now. You always use the felted side of the, oh Lord, these words. The felted side of the squeegee, because it doesn't tear it, supposedly. Now, when you turn it to the back side where the actual, I don't even know what you call it, the backing, you can do it all kinds of ways, just not that front side where the tape is. Okay, so I'm going to take mine off and see, making sure that everything comes off the way it's supposed to, and I have success. Thank you, Jesus. I have success. So this is the cup that I'm going to put that on, and so what I have to do is I'm going to use my squeegee. What's going on? Okay, you gotta squeeze it again. Hers is not coming off, so I'm gonna have to help her with that. It can be frustrating sometimes, because I was very frustrated when I first started, because it wasn't sticking correctly for one. Now these bottles, I'm finding that it's kind of really hard, especially when you get up to that curve right here. So you're going to have to, you know, press and squeeze upward to get the bubbles out, because it also has a tendency to fold like that, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it has a tendency to fold. Go from the other side, they should. Go from the other side once you do it again. Do it again. Press hard. Really hard. So again, I'm just going over it with my hand, and then I'm going to take my squeegee again, and I'm just going to continue to do that. Now, other professionals, I'm not a professional at this yet, so I'm going to do this as many times as I can until I get to a place to where I can afford machinery that does the ones that we see in the stores, which I will get there. I definitely will get there. Because I do not want these to come loose. And you always, when you offer these to people, make sure, I'm going to start adding for them to, don't wash the outside of it to where you're on the letters anyway. Don't scrape, don't put it in the dishwasher and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how mine does. And I hope it's centered. So again, I'm taking my time. taking my time, and I'm pulling at a really good force. And we got it. Get snatched. Awesome. Okay, so she's pulled hers off. So I'm gonna, Erin, I need you to grab this, or hold this for her. Let me grab the camera so they can really see. Don't put it on yet. Make sure that it's centered. Hold that for her. Give me a second, because I really want y'all to see this detail. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so are you centered? Do you know that you're centered? Make sure that it's straight, and she needs to come over it. Oh, Jesus. See if you can lift it up, Daisha. Be careful. Be careful. That's what I mean. This stuff does not play. This D needs to come about right there. Make sure it's straight. Okay, so I hope it's, yeah, I hope it's okay. And it's just a nice gesture. Yes, it's a nice gesture. Again, I'm not a professional yet at this. I'm still learning. But what you also can do is you can use your fingers first and then press. I'm still learning. But it's a really nice gesture for customers. And you know, if you want to sell them, you can, because I will be selling these too. So I just want to perfect it and make sure that, you know, they receive a perfect, nice gift. So let me move these so y'all can see what she's doing. Press harder. Okay, now she's going to take her fingers and just press over it. She's used the spongy. Use your thumb. Use everything. No, ma'am. You have to use your thumb. You gotta press. Thank you. Can't be scared. Is that the new one, Erin? I want the new one. He's finishing our dinner.
I'll take it off.
Let me want to make sure. And see, I just want to make sure. Here, hold that. She'll take it off, but I want to make sure. And this bottle is softer. So again, I'm just going back over it by pressing it firmly with my thumb, not trying to break or crack the bottle. But I just want to make sure that it's there. So now she's going to take it off, and she's going to pull it up very slowly. And you can start in an angle, or you can just start going upward, down the middle. Pretty much by the time you're pressing it, it's basically stuck on there. Forgive my other son; he's having a moment. He has autism, so if you hear that popping noise, forgive him. Alright, and she did it. So here you go. That's my bottle of Drink to Shrink water to just encourage them to hydrate and stay hydrated with the Drink to Shrink. And yeah, just be encouraged. I'm going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to keep this tape. Put that back on there. So I'm going to keep that piece of tape because this is a good piece of tape. I'm just going to stick it back on the backing. See, I just stuck it back here. So I can use that for the next one. But yeah, that's it, folks. So not hard, but it does take patience. You can't go too fast. You can't be a microwave queen or a king. You got to take your time. You just need again, you need a cutter. If you want to do this yourself, you can get your silhouette cutter or your cry cut, whichever you prefer. They both do about the same thing as far as cutting is concerned, but I think the Cry-Cut cuts a little bit more stuff. That's why I want to get it too, because it cuts wood and all that kind of stuff. The Cry-Cut maker. So I have my cup, my mug. I have a smaller water bottle here, and a little bit larger water bottle. So that's it. So you will need a squeegee, the felted kind, Amazon. You'll need a hook for weeding out your decal, a pair of scissors, and your transfer tape. And again, I don't know where I got it from. I mean, I don't know the company, but it's on Amazon. If I find it, I'll put it in the description. Okay? Like and subscribe. Watch my journey as I lose the weight. I've already shedded 15 pounds since being on the Drink to Shrink weight loss plan, which is really not a plan. It's a lifestyle, and it's very delicious. So if you want to order something, you can go to bit.ly, bit.ly/2B5WLLA. I'll also put that in the description. If you want to order, I have about 26 different flavors. You can lose 5 pounds in 5 days, or you can lose up to 20 pounds in 30 days. Just go on there until I get my website, which will be in Good Health, and health is spelled HLTH, and with a B, a N, and Good Health. Okay? Be blessed. I hope you enjoyed.